Rotorua ahead in tonight's bulletin. New Zealand First candidate for Rotorua, Fletcher Tabuto, is almost guaranteed a seat in Parliament after placing 4th on the party list. Local designers Adrian Whitewood and Carl William Wedapa are set to show at New Zealand Fashion Week, and a spot in the National Secondary Schools semi-finals is up for grabs for Rotorua Boys High First 15. Belief in New Zealand First leader Winston Peters' vision and leadership has paid off for the party's local candidate Fletcher Tabuto. He's been ranked 4th on the party's list, and if current polling is to be believed, almost guarantees him a seat in Parliament. In our interview with Mr Tabuto earlier this month, he reaffirmed his commitment to the party's politics.
I'll tell you what, I've been with the party from the start, which is 21 years, and I've grown as an individual, gone on and done my own thing, and doing really well in the education sector at the moment. But he's one of the few people that I can still look up to, because I tell you what, he's still one of the smartest operators out there.
He likes to stir things up, doesn't he?
And that's the other thing. You know, I don't work the same way, but he loves to stir it up, but he's always backs it up with the knowledge. He's done the research, he knows what he's talking about. And for me, yeah, he's just a smart operator.
A new approach to helping Māori and Pacific quit smoking is proving a hit with whānau. The Wero Challenge is based on research conducted by Auckland University and focuses on taking a group approach to quitting.
Well, the word wero itself means a challenge. It's the challenge, so that's why it's got that good, strong name to it. And for Māori and Pacific Islanders, they know as soon as they see that word wero, it means we're in for a challenge.
And it's always a hard road to give up smoking, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely it is. Yes, it is. They have to be, you know, wanting to give up, thinking about giving up, not just jumping on a waka. Because if some are looking to going on a waka, and they could be too short, two individuals to go on the waka, so they just say, come on, Cuzzy, you can do it. But it's really not about that, because Cuzzy has to want to give up.
New Zealand Fashion Week is underway in Auckland with the creme of our fashion scene showing their latest collections. Among the designers showing are 2 locals who are creating a real buzz on the fashion scene. Adrian Whitewood, designer and owner of Ahu Boutique, is showing alongside newcomer Carl William Wedapa, winner of this year's Supreme Award at the Miramoda Māori Fashion Awards. Carl William also took part in the recent Salvation Army Family Store fashion show, where he wowed audiences with his reconditioned wedding dresses.
Fashion all started for me from when I was a child. I was always fashionable. Even at school, I was always the student that got in trouble for wearing my uniform wrong. The tutors and teachers at high school especially hated me because I would always wear the uniform how I thought it should be. How I would just go to school with the complete wrong pants on. I've always been a fashion person. I've loved it ever since I was born. So.
You're a bit of a rebel.
Always a rebel, always stylish though. You always have to be chic everywhere you go.
Earlier today, he told City News he's excited to showcase and is having a lot of fun rubbing shoulders with celebrities. Both local designers are showing on Friday at the Viaduct Events Centre. In sport tonight, Rotorua Boys High rugby coach Craig Hodge says he's expecting a close win for the locals when they face Hamilton Boys on Saturday. Winner of the clash will progress into the National Secondary School semi-finals.
Yeah, so we played Tauranga Boys, that made us the Bay champions, and then we moved on to play Wesley, who are the counties champions. The winner of that game, who was us, we had a good win against them, now play Hamilton Boys, who are the Waikato champions, and then the winner of this game in the weekend will be the Chiefs representative for the Nationals top 4.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So there's a bit riding on it?
There's a lot riding on it, yeah. It's do or die. Our season could be over this weekend, but we're confident we can pull the wool over their eyes and win the game. And this year it's 1-1 as far as our games go. We beat them in our first meeting together, and then they came out with a strong side to take out the second game. So hopefully we can turn the tables and get another one up on them. And if anyone's over in Hamilton in the weekend, come and support Rotorua Boys High. We're going to need every ounce of support we can get, so we'll see you there. Thank you.
Absolutely.
To your weather update now. Tonight will be fine with light winds and an overnight low of 1. Tomorrow, Thursday, mainly fine with light winds, a high of 12 and a low of 3. And the outlook for Friday, cloud increases with a chance of a late drizzle, easterly develops, a high of 13 and a low of 5. The marine forecast for Lake Rotorua, southeast 10 knots tending northeast to 10 knots in the afternoon, with waves less than half a metre and mainly fine. Remember, for program listings and other info or to catch up on city news, you can visit our website tvrotorua.co.nz. Still to come in the show tonight, we sit down with District Councillor and Creative Communities Portfolio Lead Glenys Sarank. We find out about budding support for Friday's Daffodil Day Cancer Society fundraiser, and we're at Age Concern to catch up on elder issues with Hilary Turler.
This morning we are here with Glenys Sarank, who is the leader of our Creative Communities Portfolio. Good morning, Glenys.
Good morning. How are you this morning?
I'm fine, thank you. Can we please talk a little bit about your background when it comes to the portfolio side of things and your experience?
Yes, I've always been very mixed up with the arts in Rotorua. I've led places like the Musical Theatre. I am still very involved, the Brass Band Association, and generally theatre across the board. I have assisted John Paul College with productions, I've assisted Boys High with productions, so I'm very involved, mainly in the theatre and music. Mm-hmm.
How long have you had the leadership position?
Just this term of council. It's a new portfolio. The portfolios, there are 5 of them, and the mayor saw probably that I was the one that had the most ability in that area, and so I became, the leader of the portfolio. Mm-hmm.
Let us know about new projects that are on the way.
Well, one of the most exciting ones in my portfolio is the Children's Art House, which we hope will be established in the old caretaker's cottage in the government gardens. It's a wonderful old building, has a historic places tag on it, so we have to meet certain criteria, but we believe we will measure up very well, and though it is tenanted at present, the 2 ladies there will be given plenty of notice, and they're quite excited that they're going to be moving out of what will be the Children's Art House, somewhere for children to go, their own place, their own space, and they have their tutors, which we've already got 6 tutors have gone through the course that they need to go through. The trust is about to be set up, so we're excited. We're really on the ball with that one. Mm-hmm.
And how did this project come about?
By a visit from a lady from Opotiki. Opotiki have a children's art house, and she is passionate about it, and the mayor and 2 or 3 of us met with her, and she explained how it works, and we thought this would be wonderful. And our biggest problem was finding a premise, but we believe we've now found the best premise that we could have in Rotorua. It's accessible, lovely for the kids, and I'm just so excited that they're going to have space of their own to do their art under supervision.
Do you have a time frame in which it will be finished?
We haven't a time frame at the moment because much will depend on what we have to do in the caretaker's cottage. But we would like to think it would be up and rolling before the end of the year, before the end of this year. Mm-hmm.
You must have met quite a wonderful lot of locals, because there are some creative people in this town. Who have you been liaising with?
Well, I have been working with Carol Parker here at Council, who has a good grasp of activities in Rotorua, and I've met with all sorts of people just coming to mind at the moment, and not a lot of names as such, because with the Children's Art House they've been people that I've not met before, but they are so enthusiastic and so keen to get the project up and running. So it's lovely to see different people involved with different projects.
Mm-hmm. Are there any new announcements that are coming about bands or the national band?
We've got 2 exciting musical events next year. We've got Mamma Mia, performed by the Rotorua Musical Theatre and directed by Dean McKerris, a professional director from Palmerston North, and that will be in the Convention Centre from the 13th of February for a 2-week season. Exciting musical, I'm sure everybody will love it, and the Musical Theatre are really looking forward to that. And then in July we have the National Brass Band Champs right here in Rotorua, and it was a big thrill for us to make the bid with the help of Destination Rotorua. And we made the bid in Wellington, and we flew in. You know, the vote was almost unanimous that we should have the champs in Rotorua next year. And that's huge because you're looking at 25 to 28 bands with 20 to 25 bandsmen in them. So that's about 700 musicians. And you've also got their families that travel with them because it's right in the middle of July, right in the school holidays, so it's great for Rotorua, the accommodation, the restaurants, and even shopping, because a lot of the partners and families, they're 3 days in the convention centre, but the families will go shopping when their band is not playing.
Will you be helping to host them?
Yes, I certainly will be. I've got the job of organising all the working crew, all the volunteers, and I've already had a lot of people say we're starters, people who are retired and can spend 3 days down there, because preferably you need the same people every day, working on the doors and what have you. So it's very exciting for us. So those are two big ones for Rotorua.
In your opinion, why is it important to have a creative communities portfolio in Rotorua?
Well, I just think there are so many creative people in Rotorua, and I'm sorry to say I think the arts have taken a little bit of a back seat for a long time, and I'm just so thrilled that they're now on the front foot and we're making progress, new things are happening. So it's not costing a lot of money, it's just people's enthusiasm and some good leadership at the top, and council staff, the two of them I'm involved with, are excellent. So, yeah, happy days.
Sounds like it ties the community together.
Yeah, it does, but especially the arts groups. We've got rave, that's wonderful, but that's more for what I call the static arts, painting, pottery, all that sort of thing. And we need something for the performing arts. And things like getting our calendars together so that we don't clash with events. That's a big thing. So, yeah, exciting days. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I really am.
Great. Well, thank you so much for talking with us today, Glenys. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you.
Kia ora everybody. Well, I'm at Bunnings Warehouse now. Now, many of you will know that Bunnings are great for getting behind community events. Many of you may have bought the odd sausage sizzle from outside the door. I'm joined now by Debbie, who is the Community Events Coordinator. Is that right?
Yes, indeed.
And we've got Daffodil Day coming up soon. What have you got planned for Daffodil Day?
On Friday we're going to have a team-run sausage sizzle out the front, so that's where our red shirts team are out there and they're doing the barbecue. We're going to have like the display like this. We'll have the teddy bears for sale, and all of our team are hopefully or have been encouraged to dress in yellow. They have to keep their aprons and their shoes on, but other than that, anything else can be yellow.
Nice. Now, why have you chosen to support Daffodil Day?
Bunnings is very keen to be part of the community. We've been here for 9 years now, and also we have a number of team that have either been affected by cancer or have loved ones that have been affected by cancer. So yeah, it's definitely a cause that's close to our heart. Yeah.
So you said you've got little teddy bears here for sale. Now they're cute. How much are they?
They're $10.
Right.
Yeah.
And the daffodils?
That's just a gold coin donation, so yeah, whatever people feel like donating. Yeah.
Right. And the odd little balloon is going to be handed out to a few kiddies maybe?
Absolutely, yeah. If they want one of these ones, or they can have one of our Bunnings balloons, but yeah.
So as I said, Bunnings are really good at doing the odd sausage every now and again. Are there going to be sausages on this day?
Yes, there is. Out the front there on Friday, the 29th of August, we'll be doing a barbecue from 10 till 2.
All right, yeah. Nice. So you're going to be having, obviously, this display. People can come in before Friday and make a donation if they want?
Absolutely, yep.
Right. And tell me a little bit about some of the other events that Bunnings has got planned and what's coming up over the rest of the year.
Okay, well, we've got our Father's Day Family Night. That's next Wednesday, so that's the 3rd of September. That's from 6 till 8. Families can come along. We'll have some family activities, some challenges. It's free and it's just a lot of fun, and it's a way to bring the family in and just have a good time.
So tell me about some of the activities for that evening.
Okay, so we've got Civil Defence are coming in and they're going to be doing a relay challenge. We've also got the Western Heights Police, Community Police coming in. They're helping out with a project that we're doing where people are invited to come along and help with a hammer and nails to build some picnic tables, which we're then donating to a local school. And anybody who does help with that goes in for a draw to actually win one of the picnic tables. So that's a big challenge for the night. And of course there'll be kids DIYs, and we'll have a sausage sizzle, and just some
Wow,
fun.
that sounds like a good night. You're going to learn some skills, have some time with the family, eat a sausage.
Yes.
Very
yes.
happy event.
Yes, very much so.
Nice. Can you tell me a little bit now about some of the hot items coming out of the store at the moment and what the trends are in the community? Because spring is on its way.
It is on its way. So yes, so the nursery is getting a lot busier with people coming in and getting all their plantings ready. We've got barbecues flying out the door. People are starting to get back into their DIYs, so the power tools, and obviously trade is starting to pick up with people wanting to do outside building activities. So yeah.
With DIY, what do you find is the most common thing people are trying to do? Are they trying to tack on a deck? Are they trying to maybe renovate a few rooms inside their house? What's the popular thing that people are trying to do these days?
I think it's a combination of all those things actually. We get a great variety of questions being asked, and we've got some awesome team here who are able to answer those questions for them. So basically any project that you're looking at, come on in, discuss it with any of our experts here, and we'll give you a hand.
And you're off.
Yeah.
Right, fabulous. Thank you so much for your time. And don't forget everybody, Daffodil Day coming up shortly on the 29th. Come on down to Bunnings Warehouse, make a little donation, buy a cute little teddy. And don't forget about the Father's Day event on the 3rd of September. Come along with your dad and all of the kids and everybody in tow. Have a great night, some activities to happen, some more sausages again. We just love the sausages at Bunnings Warehouse. And don't forget about your DIY projects. This is the place to come. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Kia ora, Debbie.
As we well know, there are so many sectors of the community. However, it's so important that we don't forget the one sector that have been there before us and they have done so many things to see that we have and do what we can do today. With me today we have Hilary Tula, who is the Elder Abuse
and Neglect Prevention Coordinator.
Thank you for getting that out. Why is it important to make sure we have someone like yourself in that role?
Well, you know, there are so many services out there for young children, youth and family, but not too many services out there for the older people. For me, I did my degree based on the fact that I wanted to work with older people, and I'm now a registered social worker, and I really do enjoy the work with older people because I think sometimes you can see them as the forgotten society, and you know, to me it's very important and it's very close to my heart. I'm not getting any younger, and we have to put things in place that can support people. Yeah.
Let's talk about the neglect side of things. So what types of neglect are they facing?
All right, most of the time the neglect is social isolation. Families have moved away. Husband or wife has died, and the feeling of, you know, giving up. It just is a very sad situation to be in, and what we offer in return is we have a lady who does accredited visiting service, and what that is that she can provide a police vetted volunteer to go and see somebody 1 hour a week. Now that's not much, but you know, other than that and the person's caregiver, at least something is going on in their life. And of course, if there are problems, they can always bring them back and we'll deal with those too. Because quite often the impact of neglect is they stop looking after themselves, hygiene goes down the drain, medication isn't being taken. There's a whole lot of spin-offs.
So it's a psychological abuse, isn't it?
It definitely is, yeah.
Okay. And is that because they're feeling abandoned by family?
Most of the time, I wouldn't say they're feeling abandoned so much as that, you know, you're a younger person than I am, and as you grow older, you have your own family, you've got job offers that might take you somewhere else, and mum or dad or grandma and grandpa are not kept in that family circle anymore. So it's a societal thing. Yeah.
So to help curb that, one of the solutions will be to see that they get more involved with the service organisations.
Yeah, well, we can. We offer as well a coffee club. We have a health promotion, and the coffee club is a monthly group that get together, normally done at Parkside, and we get speakers to come and speak to them on issues that they have said they would like some information, and then they have all coffee together. Joanne is the person that's looking after that, and if there are other things that they need to do, we come back and we talk about what else we can put in place for them. Yeah,
they still have a lot to offer our community, don't they?
Oh yeah. Just because you have a high age number behind your name doesn't mean to say that you're no longer valued in the community. The history and the knowledge that they bring with themselves to any event, it's amazing. Yeah.
Untapped resource, actually.
Yeah, it is.
So let's talk about the internet, because I know that that's a little bit of a tricky situation when it comes to the elderly and the understanding of it. What are we trying to do to curb that?
Age Concern itself is actually not focusing on the internet, but there are things like SeniorNet where we can refer a client to that, but at the moment we don't have the resources to provide that service, so we would rather find another service that we can, pass them on to.
When it comes to the younger members of our community, what do you think it's really important that they understand?
Well, I think that, and I'm looking at the young people of today, the emphasis that they have is on technology. Now, our older people are not that up with technology. I mean, we were in a restaurant just over the weekend, and there were two youngsters with parents and grandparents, and the first thing they did when they sat down, cell phone. And I said to my husband, people don't talk to each other anymore. If you look around a restaurant, if you're at a restaurant, people are not talking to each other. So yeah, I think sometimes they get so caught up in technology that especially grandparents or older people are not so much of a priority for them. And I'm not saying that is the reason, but I think you've seen yourself children walking around with iPads and cell phones.
So it's the distraction, isn't it, that's taking a lot of the focus off the core values, which that's one of them is, which you've tapped on, is time.
Yeah.
It's just spending time with the elderly. Yeah. Okay. Well, so thank you so very much, Hilary.
You're welcome.
You are a very passionate advocate for the elderly, and I hope that you stick around for a while doing what you do, because you do it well. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was Hilary Turler from Age Concern speaking with Melanie Groves. If you have any news that you'd like to share with us, give the station a call on 07 3488 984, or you can email news@tv.rotorua.co.nz. Thanks for watching tonight. From all the team here at City News, for Maria.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.